Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing Sunday. And who's excited for the new set of opportunity that's going to be available this upcoming week? So for those that have never watched any of my videos, this is, I think, a great video for you to kind of get or become a little bit more familiar with. This is our Sunday Stock Talk. We host one of these live streams every single week, once a week, on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I actually just got an alert that /GC just broke below 1202. It looks like it's selling off during extended hours as of right now. So if this sell-off continues to happen, then that means that JNUG will most likely open in the red, which means that then JDST is most likely going to open in the green. So I'm super pumped for this upcoming week. We absolutely killed it last week when it came down to, just really locking in profits and focusing on whatever was actively trending up. I want you guys to be able to see this, but let's go ahead and how many people, I want to ask you guys, what questions should I ask you guys? So we have quite a bit of people that tune into this live stream. We talk about the top stocks that you guys see value in this upcoming week. And then tomorrow I make a video that I go live in, and then I talk about the top stocks that I see value in for this upcoming week. So let me know what, oh, Jessica, so Ricky, good job today as a speaker. Appreciate that. That was my first time ever speaking at an event. Shout out to the Build Your Empire group for having me. Thank you guys again. So let's see, what's up? Yeah, how many people are tuning in for the first time? Or how many people, really enjoy these Sunday Stock Talks and come back on a weekly basis? Let's see. I like it. All right, we have a couple people tuning in, not enough. Let's see. All right, there we go. Third time, there we go. Let me make sure that everything is set up. There we go. All right. Sounds good. And how many people just signed up either with TechBud Solutions or Learn Plan Profit? Are any of you guys excited? So I know a lot of people were messaging me that they're excited to be able to watch me trade live this Monday for the first time ever. So the Learn Plan Profit team gets to watch me trade live every day. Coach G, what's up? So I'm super excited, super pleased to see that we're going to have a bunch of new people join us within Learn Plan Profit, and I'm really looking forward to being a part of your guys' success and really just networking with you guys, really just becoming more familiar with what your goals are, what your aspiration, what motivates you, and kind of go from there. So it looks like we have quite a bit of people already tuned in. I'm going to get started with this live stream just so I don't take too much of your guys' time. I'm going to set up my TOS right now. Here we go. Let's see. Hope you guys again are having a good Sunday. Let me close out the Discord right now. But I want to make sure that we keep it very simple this week. Whoa, /GC just sold off to 1200. That's 5 points or 4 points. My goodness. So I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. Let's see. Here we go. So you guys can see me on the left-hand corner, my left-hand corner, maybe your right-hand corner. But we can see that /GC. Again, this is where it closed at on Friday around 1207. It really consolidated pretty much all day Friday. And then, obviously it comes back today, Sunday night. And it looks like it's been showing signs of nothing but a descending pattern, trading in between the middle and bottom VWAP and just aggressively selling off. So if this thing continues to sell off, then we most likely will see a JNUG itself, JNUG, and I think it's NUGT, the bull ETFs, right? The bull gold ETFs continue to sell off. I mean, there's no question about that. JNUG was having a really red day on Friday, and it was trading between the middle and bottom VWAP, so it kind of makes sense on that. So I'm going to remove this from my watch list as that was descending. DGAS showed a really nice push up, so congrats to all those that traded DGAS. But I'm really excited for this upcoming week. I'm really excited to see how we do as a team, and let's see. Let's go ahead and get down to some breakdowns. What do you guys think? Let's do it. Let's check it out. Here we go. All right, so as you guys can see, if you guys want to call out a ticker or a stock, you don't just put the ticker itself, so we don't just post it like that. You have to post it in the ticker call out format and then tag me. So again, if you don't know the ticker call out format, just copy anybody's ticker call out and then paste it and then put your own stats and stuff like that. So thank you guys. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to get started with these breakdowns, and I hope that you guys enjoy. Again, we have 3 rules within our community, and I really hope that you guys listen to them. And those 3 rules are: you never invest based on other people's opinions. So this is all just, I'm just breaking down stock. This is based on my opinion and what I see value, and that doesn't mean that you have to see value in the same thing or not see value in the same thing. You always want to make sure that you have a plan before taking a position. That's why you see a bunch of people, a bunch of the people that are familiar with what it is that we do, that are posting it in that ticker call out format. It's because they are aware of planning out their trade and how important that is to their success. And then the last thing is, please make sure that you manage your risk along the way. You want to make sure that you understand your entry, your exit, and then worst case scenario, if something happens that it just completely breaks its pattern, we want to make sure that you have a set precaution, right, set in place where you can manage that risk and control how much money you give back. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing this breakdown, and then I hope that you guys enjoy. Yeah, and we have Ishmael moderating the chat, so if there's any spam whatsoever, unfortunately, you will be quickly removed from the chat. So let's see it. So almost 1,300 people watching, but only 67 likes. I know, it happens every week. It's all good. You guys don't have to like it. If you guys don't like these live streams, then why like the video, right? But if you guys do like it, then hey, maybe it makes sense to like the video. So again, let's go ahead and get started with this. We have someone calling out Roku. It looks like it had a red day on Friday. No, it kind of broke even on Friday, but honestly, it sold off all day. It didn't start picking up until late Friday. So on the 180-day chart, wow. Okay, this is actually something I did not expect. So I really like the ascending uptrend pattern. Let's look at different time frames. Let's look at the 1-year analysis, okay? So overall, on Roku, right, ROKU, it's showing signs of an ascending uptrend pattern. Usually, it doesn't mean that it always has to happen, but usually the SMA line normally acts as a support. And what do I mean by that? This is normally where it bounces at around the SMA line based off of previous patterns, right? So it's an ascending uptrend pattern. We can identify the low points, the high points. What is it that you think that we should potentially wait out for? So first of all, what do you guys think about ticker symbol ROKU? Do you find it attractive? Is it something when it comes down to the pattern? Again, forget about Roku, but actually focus on the pattern. Is it something that you see value in it? So who are the 8 people that dislike? We have people that tune in to this video just to dislike it and still watch the entire video. They're called dingleberries. Yeah, it's all good. We appreciate the hate. But yeah, so sounds good. I would wait for confirmation. Yep. And I love how interactive you guys are being today. So wait for the break above the EMA line. You got it, Elizabeth. Let's see. There you go. All right, perfect. So it looks like you guys have a pretty good understanding of, okay, we have ROKU that's showing signs of an ascending uptrend pattern. It's holding above the SMA line. The SMA line normally indicates what can be a good buy. But just like you guys all said, it's pulling back. The EMA line is still pointing down. It's showing signs of potential consolidation, right? So there's 3 stages in a reversal like we've covered. Rejection, consolidation when it kind of just offers a horizontal pattern and it flatlines. And then confirmation when it starts to actually make higher highs and usually breaks above the EMA line, as we can see right here. When it breaks above it, pulls back, makes higher highs, and continues to show signs of an uptrend. So I do agree that I think we can set our alerts for ROKU. I'm going to add this to my pending reversal watch list as it's showing signs of a potential reversal. And I might want to follow up with this one, like after it closes on Monday and see if we get a push up or if it's still getting rejected. Because again, if this thing just continues to consolidate, then it really doesn't make much sense to waste my time in something that's not progressively moving up. But I'm just going to also set my alert here for the just fine break above the EMA line and also another break above 70. I really like the RSI indicator as it's showing signs of indication of it being on the oversold side, which is good deal opportunity, but it doesn't mean that it's a good buy right now. It's still getting rejected by the EMA line and it's still showing signs of a downtrend. Another thing is the EMA line is still pointing down, so maybe that's why another reason why I wouldn't want to necessarily take a position right now. And then the last thing is I like the MACD and how it's showing signs of a potential reversal. Now we just need to get a little bit more confirmation of that full reversal to happen, it break above, the EMA line and to actually start progressively making higher highs. So the margin of profit that it has to offer, it's pretty decent in my opinion. So I'm going to add this under my pending reversal watch list. Let's see. No, it's not in there. So ROKU, and then we have our alert set already. And just like as much as it could go up, as I want to make sure that we don't only focus on what we hope happens. Obviously, we hope that ROKU goes up, so it follows the patterns, it meets our criteria, so we can make money off of it, right? But just as much as we're waiting for it to go up, that's as much as it could actually go down. It could continue to make lower lows, and that is exactly why it would make more sense to wait for the confirmation before taking the position and stuff like that. So hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown, and thank you again for the call out on ROKU. So we have a couple people asking some open-ended questions. I'm going to answer open-ended questions at the end of the stream if you would like to tune in. So right now, DUST, if I'm not mistaken, so where's this at? So DUST is showing a very similar pattern to JDST, right? And it's kind of like all over the place. It's kind of like really inconsistent right now. So just like JDST, so looking at it at the 1-day, 1-minute chart, it showed signs of an uptrend on Friday, right? Just like DUST, right, shows signs of an ascending uptrend pattern. They're bear gold ETFs. One thing that I would keep a very close eye on is /GC. /GC is showing signs of a sell-off right now. If this thing reverses back up and then starts making higher highs by market open tomorrow, I would almost stay away from JDST and DUST, because then again, this is the thing that sucks about during extended hours is these futures can drop 20%, but if they recover by the time the market opens, the ETF itself is most likely going to continue to trade at its normal pattern. So yes, it's showing signs of a continuous sell-off right now, but what is it? We want to keep a close eye on it before the market opens and during overall market open tomorrow to see if it continues to sell off, because if /GC continues to sell off, then yes, it would make sense on why DUST and JDST can be good potential watches, right? And we could see /GC, it's showing signs, there's no question. Gold is super oversold right now. There's no question about that. You can see that it's been selling off for quite some time, but it's showing signs of consolidation. It's showing signs of this potential reversal that's trying to happen. It's just been really struggling. Again, if we're talking about the 3 stages of a reversal, what stage would /GC be in? So right now it's selling off. There's no question about that on the 1-day, 1-minute chart with relevant patterns. But when it comes down to looking at larger charts and overall direction, where's it at right now? /GC. What stage is it in? Is it in the rejection? Is it in the consolidation or the confirmation? You guys got it, right? You guys got it. Consolidation. There's no question about that. And how do you feel about investing long-term in something that's consolidating? Does that make sense? Like, should you take a position right now for a swing trade? Probably not, right? Kind of right now it's in the stage where it almost becomes very difficult to like almost even do short-term swing trades because it's very volatile. It might not be as easy to identify a very consistent pattern, and the risk can be a little bit greater because again, we don't understand which direction it's headed. It was heading and showing signs of a downtrend. So for /GC selling off, it made sense why JDST was a good investment. But now it's starting to consolidate. And now JDST is starting to consolidate. So it's showing signs of like, okay, we might be switching directions. And we now need to wait for that confirmation. So I think, I'm most likely, again, I trade almost the same things every single week. I will most likely continue to trade what it is that I'm trading. But one thing that I really want to keep in the back of my head is for my swing trades, right? I can focus on day trades and take advantage of opportunities as they come, but also understand that before I hold a position overnight, I need to understand its overall direction. And right now, /GC and the correlating ETFs are very inconsistent. So it's just something that we want to take into consideration. But what's going on, Jigman? Vic, Rick, what's up? So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that breakdown. But yeah, definitely keep a close eye on /GC and see which direction it's going to be headed. Ticker symbol WFT. Okay, so what is it that we could say about WFT? So, we obviously were able to identify the low points, right? Based off of previous patterns, it made sense on technicals why $2 was a price point of where it was a little bit more on the oversold side. It started to show signs of a uptrend, breaking and holding above this EMA indicator. Its direction was showing signs of an uptrend. Now, what are we, approaching resistance, right? What is it that we've talked about before, especially all my members that are part of Learn Plan Profit. There's a specific video in the course, especially for in the swing trade section for Learn Plan Profit. What is it that it covers, right? So it's hitting the SMA line and could possibly be a resistance, right? So we know that when, just like the EMA line, when the candles are trading above these certain indicators, EMA and SMA, if it's above the indicator, it could be acting as a support. But when it's below that specific indicator, so SMA example, the green line, can be viewed as a resistance. So just as much as it was a support before, that's as much as it could be a resistance. Do you guys see this rejection? That's a strong resistance. And we need to understand that. So, is this the best investment that you can make right now? Yes, its overall direction was pointing up, but look at this hesitation. Look at this consolidation. Maybe we might want to wait a little bit more for confirmation if it's going to either continue to go up. So is it making higher highs? And if not, then why would we want to invest in it, right? We'd be pretty much buying at the very top, at the resistance before it sells off if it ends up getting rejected. So let's just take that into consideration before taking the next position. Ask yourself, what direction is it headed? And if you can't identify that, then to be selective with like, okay, maybe I need to wait for a little bit more confirmation to, ask myself again, what direction is this headed, up or down? Because yes, this can be a good buy if it continues to uptrend, but as of right now, we don't necessarily know that. So yeah, I think moving forward, then I think that was a pretty decent breakdown. So CISN. So CISN, this one looks like it has low volume. Okay, that's not bad. Overall direction, 20-day analysis, looks like it's been getting rejected by the 20-day 1-hour SMA. What do you guys think about this? So we could see that it was showing signs of an ascending uptrend pattern. It looks like just as quick as it goes up, it sells off. So it's pretty volatile, something that you want to take into consideration. Like, why is that important? Can I ask you guys? Like, why is it important to understand the volatility? Like, why is that important, especially for our newer traders? Why is it important to understand how aggressive it moves up and how aggressive it moves down? Higher risk, right? I think that's easy to understand, right? So the quicker and the more opportunity that it offers in percentage return, the quicker it can sell off, right? It's not just always positives that you have to be thinking about. It makes sense. So with a lot of potential for profit might come a lot of potential for loss. And we have to understand this volatility. So yes, we're approaching this SMA line, which is acting and has acted as a previous support, but there's no confirmation of an uptrend. And also something that we want to take into consideration is that it really struggles to hold above $17. So what is one of the things that we always ask ourselves before taking a position, before investing in anything? Before investing in anything, for all those that are part of Learn Plan Profit and for those that are even part of TechBuild Solutions, what is a question you always ask yourself? Before investing in anything, not just the stock market, anything, cars, houses, any form of investment. Is it a good deal? So is it a good deal and is it worth the risk? I think those are two great questions to ask yourself, right? The one that I was going for, hey, what's going on, Christian? What's up, what's up? You guys can see that there is a previous resistance where it normally doesn't hold very well above $17. I think that we could really make sense of that, right? There's some consolidation around the $16 price point, and all I want you to ask yourself is, out of every stock that you're breaking down today and that you're preparing for this week, yes, it's an ascending uptrend pattern, and yes, it's it's been showing signs of a nice uptrend, and yes, it's oversold, but is this the best deal that you could buy right now? Is this the absolute best deal that you could invest your hard-earned money in right now? And if it is, set up a plan. And if it's not, in my opinion, it's a little bit on the overbought side. It definitely is showing signs of a potential peak formation and why it can sell off. Like, yes, it's oversold, and yes, the MACD is curving back in, and yes, it can push up, but also, does the margin of profit outweigh the margin of loss? A question that you might want to ask yourself, and how are you going to manage your risk, especially with something that offers the type of volatility like this? Why is it so difficult for me to say that word? Yeah, so just a couple questions to ask yourself before taking your next position. And if you want to test it out, and if you're completely new to trading, again, simulation trading, trading with fake money is, I think, one of the best ways on how to get started. Google it, simulation trading, paper trading, right? And if you're someone that's becoming very discouraged because you continue to take red days or red trades after red trades, a lot of you guys are focusing on very low cap stocks, penny stocks, pump and dumps, trying to chase every stock that everyone else is telling you that's going to go to the moon. What should you do? Stop trading based on other people's opinion and understand every position that you take. All these people chasing these momentum stocks, then getting lost in all the hype and then riding it all the way back down, bag holding, not understanding the positions that they're taking on. Exactly what we tell you to avoid within the Learn Plan Profit group, within TechBud Solutions, within this YouTube channel. You should never trade based on other people's opinion and never invest in what you don't understand, right? So, all right, let's move on to the next one. Ticker symbol SNE. Okay, I could definitely tell that this one has low volume. 20-day, 1 hour. Okay, the volatility is pretty great on this one too. Why are these like so aggressive? Okay, I like the ascending uptrend pattern here. It's showing signs of a very consistent uptrend pattern. The overall SMA line is, nicely still pointing up. I did a lot of consolidation for a while. Let's look at the 1-year chart. Okay, pretty consistent. 3-year chart. Wow, okay. I like it. It's very consistent. Continuously goes up. It consolidates for a little bit and then continue to make higher highs. It's selling off, right? So it's a better deal than it was up here. So now what we would like to see is, is this thing going to start to show signs of an uptrend, make higher highs? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my alert here and then follow up with it. I like the MACD. It's starting to curve back in, right? Can we all see this? It's starting to show signs of a reversal. And I like how oversold the RSI is. So the pattern definitely makes sense. It definitely meets a lot of my criteria. And please, 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 just because it might be something that I see value in does not mean that it's a good investment for you. I can't stress this enough. Please understand that for every single position that you take, regardless of who you're following, I don't care if you're subscribed to me or if you're subscribed to someone else that tells you that they're a stock wizard, right? Do not invest based on someone else's eye for value. We're all wired in different ways, and you need to understand and make sense of every single position that you take, because this is not a market where you're going to get lucky for a long period of time. I can't stress this enough. But yeah, I'm going to add this to my watch list, and I'm going to add an alert here as well. As it, as much as it could go up, it can completely break its pattern and sell off. So I'm going to set my alert here, and then add this under my pending reversal watch list. It makes sense, right? It's not showing signs of an uptrend right now, but it's one that I want to watch for a reversal. So I set my alerts and then add it to a separate watch list. KORS. Whoa. KORS, or as of right now, it's doing a lot of consolidation, showing signs of a downtrend pattern, no signs of an uptrend. So I'm going to do a very quick breakdown on this one. I wouldn't even identify this to be like the best deal possible, and I'm also going to set an alert for a break below here. I have this one under my pending reversal, if I'm not mistaken. No, my general. Oh, there we go. Thank you again for that call. It's just not something that would meet my criteria as of right now, and it's showing signs of a downtrend. So I wouldn't be too, again, I want to focus on whatever's actively trending up, showing signs of an uptrend for this week. The reason that we do these Sunday stock talks on a weekly basis is because we need to focus on what's increasing in price this week, not next week, not 2 weeks down the road, not last week, this week. What's up progressively? So I spoke in that Build Your Empire event today, right? And one of the questions is like, for someone that's just getting started, like, what do you mean? Like what would make sense, or what's one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're just getting started? They try to predict reversals, and trust me, I've been there, right? I still make that mistake sometimes where I try to predict reversals before the confirmation, and it still sells off, and then I have to cut losses, right? That's why we say wait for the confirmation. But another thing is, so many people are so focused on trying to wait on a stock to fully reverse and ignore everything else that's actively trending up. If you want your account to grow in price, right, so show signs of an uptrend, then invest in patterns that their overall pattern is showing signs of an uptrend, not just for one day, but do a technical analysis, understand how consistently it's making higher highs. Focus on getting a good deal, understand what's progressively moving up, and manage your risk along the way. Become more familiar with that. So, let's see. HIIQ. Let's check this out. Okay, so HIIQ, pretty low volume as well. The volatility on this one is also pretty high. Looks like the MACD is starting to reverse back up. It's starting to show signs of a potential reversal confirmation. Due to the volatility, as much as it could go down, it goes up as well. This isn't something that I would personally invest in. And again, just because I don't trade it doesn't mean that you can't. But also ask yourself, are you getting the good deal? And how often does it hit this type of high, right? It's not even something that's been like actively trending up for a long period of time. It's been pretty inconsistent. It has really strong pushes. So I would just be aware that, it's not necessarily the best deal. And as much as it could go up, it could go down. And yeah, it's just, I wouldn't identify this to be the best deal, right? The best deal at all. So I just would personally not trade it myself, but yes, it does make sense. Like, it's showing signs of an uptrend. I'll set my alert for the sake of it. I didn't see who called it out. I do apologize. But feel free to follow up with me. If it ended up performing according to your plan, regardless if you take a position on it or not, feel free to follow up with me, and I'd love to hear what led to your success. So ticker, so CLDR. Let's see it. CLDR. I don't like this one. Also very volatile, very aggressive. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like the volume was pretty low, and then all of a sudden the volume really starts to push up during extended hours. Maybe some news came out, and then it just pulls back right away. I would stay away from this. It looks like some form of pump and dump, some form of news that came out that obviously did not hold, and it looks like it's selling off now. So I like to completely avoid anything like this. Ticker symbol SQ. What's going on, Haley? So ticker symbol SQ. Again, I want to make sure that you guys post everything in a ticker call out format. Just a friendly reminder. So ticker symbol SQ on the 180-day chart is showing signs of an ascending uptrend pattern. What is ticker symbol SQ doing right now, and why is it not a good investment right now? Again, if I hear someone else or see someone else share a ticker call out format for a stock that's not showing signs of an uptrend, I'm just not going to break it down. Again, I'm here to do in-depth breakdowns, but what is it doing right now? So yes, I like the overall pattern. I like its overall direction, but what is it doing right now, and why should it not be my main focus this week? Trending down under the EMA line. It's showing signs of a sell-off. So yes, it's getting to a point where it's becoming a better deal, but it's not a good deal right now. So why are we talking about it? Why is this something that I'm going to focus on this week? Am I going to sit behind my screen, watch it on Monday, watch it on Tuesday, watch it on Wednesday, watch it on Thursday, watch it on Friday, and not see any uptrend? It's a waste of time. So let's focus on whatever's showing signs of an uptrend. You could set your alerts, and when it confirms it's uptrend, then follow up with me. But right now it's not pushing up. So I really do appreciate the call out. But let's focus on what's actively trending up. I have my alert set. This is one that we set our alerts within the Sunday Stock Talk live stream. It's just not one that I see value in right now. Ticker symbol, what? OSU, or what? Oh. Okay, so looks like it's progressively moving up. I don't know if I got that ticker correct. It's not viewed as the best deal in my eyes, but if it continues to show signs of an uptrend, then great. I'm just going to set my alert there. It's showing signs of maybe a potential pullback, and watch out also. No, earnings shouldn't be that close. A lot of consolidation, so a lot of low points, high points. Margin of profit just isn't worth it for me. So it's not something that I would personally trade. Let's see where it's at. Yeah, and it's progressively been selling off on recent patterns. So this is on 20-day, 1 hour. You can see that it's been making lower lows and stuff like that. It's trying to push up. No confirmation just yet. I set my alert. If it starts making higher highs, great. And if not, then guess what? We don't have to trade it. One of the best things about investing in the stock market is you get to choose. No one tells you. You get to choose what you invest your hard-earned money in. Simple as that, right? Don't trade based off of alerts. It's not, if you don't understand why it's a good deal, then why trade it, right? Don't trade based off of what I'm trading. That's irrelevant to you. Don't trade based off of who the stock wizard is trading or whatever, right? Trade what makes sense to you. I'm trying to be lighthearted and make it funny so it sticks. So you guys understand that if you guys are consistently taking red days and it's because you're following other people and trying to trade based on other people, if someone sees value in something, it's most likely because they understand something, right? There's a reason that they see value in it. And if they're experienced enough, they'll most likely have a plan, entry, exit, and stop loss. So regardless if they see value in something and then ends up not going according to plan and it sells off and they cut their losses, They were aware of that. They were aware of the risk management. You, someone that might be a little bit newer, might not manage the risk as quick as they can. And again, that's why it's so important to become aware of what you're trading. All right, let's see. Okay, so ticker symbol V. I'm actually really liking the callouts that a lot of you guys have. You guys are absolutely killing it with these callouts on horizontal patterns and ascending uptrend patterns. Let's name one good thing about ticker symbol V. What's one reason why we might want to watch ticker symbol V, and what's one reason that we would not want to invest in it right now? So it's an uptrend pattern on the 180-day chart. It's super oversold on the RSI, and then someone's saying MACD, right? MACD looks decent. Again, it just has one confirmation for the MACD bar, not really full on confirmation. It's oversold, and its overall pattern. Also, Visa being a multi-billion-dollar company, it doesn't hurt on that either, right? Very consistent, showing signs of an uptrend. I think that this shows signs of what might be something to look out for, but why not right now? Now let's talk about why it maybe isn't the best deal right now, because it's not showing signs of an uptrend. Is this thing, so if your goal is to grow your account on a consistent basis, if your goal is to grow your account this week, why would you invest in something, regardless of how good the deal is, if it's showing signs of a downtrend? Yes, you can get into it and hope that it goes up based off previous patterns, and yes, sometimes you will be successful and sometimes you won't. But if you give yourself more time and you give the stock more time to identify the direction that it's going to be heading up or down, then you'll have a better understanding before you actually take that risk. So yes, you might miss out on 1 or 2%, but you'll have a better understanding of the direction that it's headed. We need to wait for confirmation. Set that alert. I love these callouts. I generally I'm really impressed with your guys' due diligence and going out of your way to not only scan for stocks, but break them down, and I'm super pleased to be someone that gets to break these down for each and every single one of you. So ETSY, let's check it out. Oh, ETSY, come on, Rick. Okay, so ETSY. What is it that is kind of going on with this one? So on the 180-day chart, it was showing signs of an ascending uptrend pattern, right? But as of right now, it's almost showing signs. So we talked about 3 stages of a reversal. And when I say reversal, a lot of people just think about when it's a dip buy opportunity, right? When it's the rejection, consolidation, and confirmation. But what could also be a reversal? When it's peaking out, when it's consolidating and getting rejected, right? So what I see here is that this was an ascending uptrend pattern. We hit this point of where it really of $50 where it became more overbought. It's not making higher highs anymore. It's really starting to peak, and now it's making lower lows, as in it broke below the SMA line, and now this might be signs of a potential downtrend, overall reversal. So I'd be very careful of, yes, it's viewed as somewhat of a good deal because it's oversold, but it's only a good deal if it recovers. And right now in its overall direction, I think it's been really struggling to make higher highs. So would I feel confident to buy the dip and then to sell? Well, no, not if it continues to sell off. So I would wait a little bit more time for confirmation, and if it picks back up and makes higher highs, then great. We're back at that ascending uptrend pattern. So it broke below the SMA line. It looks like there's a potential break of pattern, and it's something that we probably want to watch a little bit closer before taking a position to identify what? Its direction, right? TRXC. Okay, so TRXC is also falling below the SMA line. It's done this before. It's an ascending uptrend pattern, and there's no confirmation right now. So it's still selling off. Yes, it's oversold, and yes, it might be viewed as a good deal. No direction moving up. So I'm going to set my alerts and then just move on to the next one. Ticker symbol AKCA. AKCA. Let's see it. Okay, I think that this is, again, asking ourselves, is this a good deal? I don't think so. It peaked out, got rejected. It looks like it's bouncing off the SMA line. It's going to try to make higher highs, and it's a little bit more on the overbought side. So yes, it might be a good something that, again, if you want to risk it to get the biscuit, it might make sense. For a lot of our riskier, more aggressive traders, hey, if that's you, that's not me. And just because it's not me does not mean that it's not a good quality to have. You most likely will make or experience a higher percentage return. I told you guys, my weekly goal is 10 to 15%. We have people that could clear that in a day. But just as much money as you can make that quick, you can lose that money that much quicker, right? So ask yourself, are you someone that wants to, there's this video that I wanted to make that again, I talked about the concept in that Build Your Empire event, and it's, I guess I'll go on this tangent, I'll explain a little bit more later, but we have so many people that are investing in the stock market today, like it's a make it or break it. How many of you guys are doing this? You guys are investing a certain dollar value maybe just because you have it, but there's emotions attached to it. Sometimes you take too much or too large positions that like it just drops a little and you're like, oh my God, what's happening? What's going on? Too much emotions being attached when you're just getting started. Not enough people taking a step back, focusing on understanding what they're doing before actually investing real money. What's one of the first things that I cover in the Learn, Plan, Profit course? Start paper trading. Practice what you learn so there's no monetary risk involved, right? What's one of the things I preach on YouTube? Paper trading. Why? So you could see if this is a market in which you could actually grow your account where there's no emotions attached, right? With free trading. And one example that I want to give you guys, and this is something that I talked about with one of our buddies that I met tonight at that Build Your Empire event, is he was asking like what he was doing wrong with like taking positions. Again, he's actually someone that is just getting started in investing in the stock market, but that wants to become more familiar with how to consistently grow your account. Is, you're trading today like it's a make it or break it. If you have a goal to make $100, that's a goal that, you could reach. It's a goal because you need to like achieve it, right? It doesn't mean that you're going to achieve it right away. And the thing that I want you to understand is I would focus on not discouraging yourself to ever invest in the stock market again. And what I mean by that is if you continue to aggressively take your approach to invest in the stock market, you will drain your account, you will discourage yourself, and you will point the finger at whoever you followed because it is all their fault, right? Because you didn't follow your own rules or whatever the case may be. Whatever scapegoat you want to use, right? The reason that it's so important to understand that, your trading account today is a certain value, account value, that is much less of what it can be 5 or 10 years down the road. How many of you guys how many of you guys agree with this? If you proved to yourself, if you weren't so focused and obsessed with making the dollar value goal that you might have every single day, and just solely focused on actually understanding on the positions that you take, what you're doing, and consistently locking in profits with no greed, to not discourage yourself in the future, you have to refine yourself and build that confidence that you understand how to actually grow your account, you yourself, not based on following other people. My goal for each and every single one of you is to not necessarily have to follow me every day to know what you're trading. That's the goal, to become self-sufficient. We're not selling stock alerts. We're not telling you ever what to buy and where to sell. I don't care if you enroll in Learn, Plan, Profit or not. It's never something that I will do or have done before. We are here to teach you and to try to assist you in understanding the positions that you take and why they can or cannot be good investments. So you and your sole focus as you're getting started is it's great to have goals. It's great. It's something to work towards. But understand that that's not going to happen right away. And with that understanding, focus on not discouraging yourself today to profit in the future. I think that should be like a huge shift in mindset. If you're struggling to grow your account and you're really just becoming very emotional, empty your account, put it back in your bank account, and start paper trading. Yes, it sucks, but again, it's starting. It's a fresh new start. Prove to yourself that you can grow your account. Build the confidence in your understanding as an investor. And then when you feel comfortable, if you ever get to that point where you feel comfortable actually investing real money because you've proven to yourself that you can continuously grow your account, then it makes sense on why then maybe you can, instead of trading with $1,000, why you feel confident to trade with $10,000, $30,000, $100,000, right? Lock in profits, understand what you're trading, and never stop learning. So, all right, All right, Don, let's chill it out with the jokes, but yeah. Okay. All right, what's going on, Boned? X and CR. Here we go. So X and CR showing the signs of a very aggressive sell-off. No signs of a reversal just yet. I'm just going to set my alert on this one, and I'm going to have this under the pending reversal watch list. It's already under my pending reversal watch list, so I'll follow up with that. Let's see. Okay, we got someone calling out TNDM. You guys know that was one that I was watching very aggressively. What happened? It broke below the SMA line. It's showing signs of a potential breakup pattern. It's showing signs of a potential reversal. But again, so many people get so caught up in trying to catch the reversal early, and then it ends up getting rejected and makes lower lows. Let's not get caught in that. One thing that I did want to bring up is something that I brought up 2 Sunday stock talks ago. Look at the 3-year chart. Look at that rejection that it experienced on the SMA line. Something that we want to keep a very close eye on. So yes, if it's showing signs of an uptrend intraday, great. You do as you please. But just understand as a swing trade, it wouldn't make the most sense. Thank you. You guys crack me up. GEL. Okay, wow, we've talked about this one before, especially in the Sunday Stock Talk. We can see that showing signs of a very consistent uptrend pattern. Looks like it sells off to the SMA line. It reacts. It's an indicator that reacts very nice to this specific pattern. It doesn't mean that it has, not every indicator works with every pattern. And this is something that you'll become more familiar with as time goes on. Why is GEL probably not the best investment right now? I'm going to do 2 more call outs after this. But can you guys talk to me about this one? Why is GEL maybe not the best investment right now? It's not a good deal. Overbought. Look at the RSI, look at the MACD. Yes, it's showing signs of an uptrend pattern, but is this at the support level or the resistance level? It's at the peak level, right? So it's overbought. So yes, it can continue to push up, but it could push down more than it could push up based off of what I could see based off of patterns, understanding the high points and the low points. Makes sense, right? Top of the wave. Perfect examples for something all of us that we could understand. Kyle Buck. I need a hug. No, I'm super pumped. I'm super pumped for this week. Again, every day, every week, Monday through Friday, we're given, it's a true blessing, right? If you have the proper skill set and the proper discipline and knowledge, we are given opportunity every single day. And it's those that understand how to take advantage of that opportunity that can make money by investing money. But first you have to prove it to yourself. Prove it. Don't prove it to me. I don't necessarily care how much money you make, just as you should not care how much money I make. You have to prove it to yourself that you can grow your account. That's who you need to prove it to. All right, AES. AES, again, top of the wave. Yes, I like the ascending uptrend pattern. I'm going to set an alert for a pullback. Top of the wave, overextended, overbought. Not a good deal. GTXI. Heck no, this would never be something that I invest in. I'm sorry. This is just this thing can definitely shoot up, right? All power to you. It's just not something that I would trade. Does not mean my trading criteria went from $25. Did this do like a stock split or something? Let's hope so. But yeah, a huge sell-off, went sub-dollar, and then picked right back up. I would completely stay away from it with the value that I would see in it, which is not much, right? It's just very aggressive. That's something that I would approach. I'm going to do this breakdown and then one more. Oh, Bill, you don't have to. You guys crack me up. So yes, it's Russ is showing signs of a potential reversal. I'm going to set an alert here. Look at the MACD, look at the RSI, it's pulling back a little bit. Let's see if it bounces off of that EMA line or if it continues to sell off. Something that we'll definitely want to keep a very close eye on. And then the last one there's going to be, so I don't know if that was a ticker. Very consistent, but yeah, very oversold. And then it was LABU, I think that you originally talked about, Bonehead, right? So LABU definitely showing signs of it being very oversold. Good deal opportunity with no confirmation of a reversal. I would set my alert like, yes, if it's actively trending up intraday, then it makes sense on why it can be a good day trade. But as a swing trade, it just wouldn't make much sense in that. Yeah. Let's see, we talked about SQ already. I want to do one more. I want a really good one. I want a really, really good one. So we've broken down USLV multiple times. Aggressive descending pattern. I would keep a very close eye on how /SI opens in the morning, as this, if I'm not mistaken, is a silver base ETF. I already did HIIQ. I already broke that down. GCI. I feel like sometimes people are so focused in just posting their callouts that they don't even pay attention. Okay, so this is kind of an aggressive descending pattern, or descending pattern altogether. It looks like it's peaking out. I think we need to wait for the pullback confirmation and see if it bounces or if it gets rejected. So I'm just going to set an alert if it makes higher highs. It's not really what I wanted to see. AMD, so many people talking about AMD. What do you guys think about AMD? I think, yes, it's oversold based on these technicals that it was holding above the SMA line, but look how aggressive it pushed up. Just as quick as it pushed up, watch. That's how aggressive it'll sell off. No confirmation of a reversal. Yes, it can pop up just as quick as it could sell off. So stop selling yourself that it's going to reverse and just wait for it to identify its direction. TRV. Yeah, it's showing consolidation, SMA line, and then it pushes up, and the MACD is a pretty good indicator on this one on when to know that it's overbought, kind of peaking out and stuff like that. I'd watch out for the earnings report on this one. Ticker symbol CROX. Come on, I want a good one. Okay, so again, I mean, it's good when it comes down to the technicals of something that's oversold and very consistently actively trending up. I like the RSI, I like the MACD. It's just not actively trending up right now, or not recently actively trending up. So I think we're going to have to end it here, though. Yeah, I have it under my pending reversal watch list. Boom, and let's see. Super overbought, not a good deal. NEPT. Ascending uptrend pattern too volatile for me. This is my opinion. Not something that you have to follow. Again, you do your own breakdown. I like the ascending uptrend pattern. That's a good thing about it. It's just too aggressive. It pushes up too aggressive for me. As much as it could push up, it could push down for me. So I would stay away from that myself. PFE. Okay, super aggressive ascending uptrend pattern, very consistent, just super overbought, not a good deal. TZA. Aggressive descending pattern with a recent potential reversal, not a good deal. Looks like it's super overextended and due for a pullback. I think we've broken. Okay, Lulu with a descending pattern, most likely going to try to bounce around the SMA line, not actively pushing up. Man, guys, I'm trying to go through these to try to find a good one. Super overbought, not a good deal. I wouldn't invest in this. The risk reward wouldn't necessarily be with it. Yes, as much as it could go up, it could go down even quicker. So again, I'm not going to break down any stocks that are just posted in the ticker, that are not posted in the ticker callout format. So ATVI. No, that was an aggressive descending pattern than the one before. So no, showing signs of a downtrend, has more room to sell off. MACD and RSI, no reversal indication on that, and not a good deal altogether. Overbought, super overextended. MACD still descending, RSI still indicating of overbought. Usually bounces around the SMA line. That's usually when we identify a so-called good deal. So not really too interested in that. Okay, again, aggressive sell-off, good deal, range, no confirmation of that reversal. We'll set the alert here. Ticker symbol GERN. Huge sell-off, no signs of a confirmation. This would be more of maybe a day trade for those that want to do like that dip buy opportunity. With high reward comes high risk. So not really too interested in that. ECYT. Again, aggressive sell-off. It was a very consistent uptrend pattern, broke that pattern. We've been noticing a lot of these stocks have been doing that. So again, that's why even in today's market, people keep talking about like, oh my God, is the market going to crash? No one knows when it's going to crash, right? All we know is that, yes, things are a little bit on the overbought side. So that's why we need to be that much more selective with what we take a position on. No confirmation of an uptrend just yet. This pattern is very inconsistent. It looks like it was trending down and now it's pushing up, so I think it would be due for a pullback. ASNA, let's see. Okay, so ASNA, Let's identify its margin. Pretty decent margin. Resistance based off previous patterns around $5. A little bit of a lower cap stock. 1 day, 1 minute chart. Volume is decent. 180-day chart. Looks like it sold off, pushed up. Let's see if it makes higher highs. I'm just going to end it there. I like the MACD. I like the RSI. We'll keep this. It is actively trending up. I don't want to put in my active watch list. I'm going to do more breakdowns today. So I'm just going to go through my pending reverse watch list. But yeah, I'm just going to end it there. So, okay. Also with this one, yeah, consistently trying to push up, selling off right now. No confirmations of an uptrend just yet, but potentially can reverse back up. As you guys can see, I'm trying to go through these pretty quick. It doesn't take much to kind of understand its overall direction. Yes, oversold, good deal range, no confirmation. It's just very easy to identify, like, you know, as of right now, there's a lot of stocks that are selling off but not confirming. And maybe we just need to be patient, more selective, and you know, today might be a week where maybe we don't take any positions, right? Because nothing meets our criteria. And that's something that has to be okay. Right? I like the MACD, I like the RSI. I'm going to set an indicator here. So, all right, we're done with the callouts. My mom sucks ass. Your mom sucks ass. My goodness. I'm going to have to remove you, Clorox bleach. I heard that's what you do with your booty hole. Just kidding. I'm just trying to be funny, guys. Just trying to roast the haters. Hey, Ricky, when can I rent a room? What's going on, Luis? Hey, what's going on, man? Super happy to have you tune into the live stream. So I don't rent out any of my rooms anymore to people that I don't necessarily know. But how many of you guys, can I see a show of comments? I was going to say hands, but how many of you guys enjoyed this live stream? Do you guys think that we did a pretty good job going through technicals? I went through a little tangent for a little bit. I talked about overall mindset. I want to talk about, before you guys leave, I want to talk about one more idea and concept to you know, put us in the right mindset for this week. So it looks like everyone had a blast. Hopefully I earned your thumbs up. If I did not earn your thumbs up, then don't give it a thumbs up, but hopefully I did. Again, no more ticker call out formats. I want to make sure that we understand that, but you guys are freaking killing it with these comments. My goodness, look at this. You guys are absolutely killing it. I'm looking at all your comments right now, but one thing that, so I talked about, you know, don't invest and try to invest now, but learn now to invest in the future. So LPP wants you to dab for us. There we go. Boom, dab. No, very, very low key dab. But one thing that I wanted to talk about is just, so best streamer. We have a lot of people. Wow, you guys really enjoyed this stream. And then let me know what I can do also in the comment section of what I can do to provide even more value for you guys. Again, we're never going to tell you where to buy and where to sell. So please, we've had a couple people be like, oh, show us more with your entry points and sell points. That's not the point of being able to watch me trade live. It's not to trade exactly what I trade. So I hope you guys know that. And I take that really, you know, I think that's very important for me to preach to you guys. I want you guys to know that I'm not here to tell you what to trade, and it's not going to be easy, right? But one thing that I wanted to end it with is overall mindset. And I feel like the whole YouTube environment. So I hope you guys know that myself as a trader, right? And as just an investor, you guys know that investing in the stock market is not the only thing that I do, right? We've had a bunch of people, and I think a bunch of also influencers, right, within this niche are becoming very opinionated and trying to point fingers on who does better with what. I hope you guys know that that's never been my approach. I've never tried to subjugate others to uplift and provide more credibility for my group, right? When anyone asks me about, maybe even at the time, bigger influencers within the stock market, I'm not here to tell you I'm a better teacher for you than he is. TechBud Solutions is a better group for you than that group. No, it's I offer certain value in my group in the way that I see value in. Right? And it's not just, I'm not just making this video for that sole concept. I want you guys to understand as an individual, right? We are all wired in different ways. We all see value in different ways. One thing that might work for me and a certain amount of people might not work for certain individuals. And you might see more value in someone that day trades very aggressively. And great. That's why when I tell you guys, it's you can learn so much information off of YouTube. But the one thing that I ask you to do is to not be so opinionated in who is better, but more selective with who you invest your time with. this is a time where, especially if you're just getting started, or you're at a point where you really want to turn this maybe little hobby that you have for trading into an actual career. I think the turning point of what will really make the difference in your life is not only to follow who you see value in, but the overall environment that you surround yourself in. I really try to preach how important it is to surround yourself with people that motivate you. And I think that's so important, and I can't stress that enough, not just online, but in person as well. And one of the examples that I gave in my group today was, with all the success and growth that we've had the blessing to experience this year, I would not be where I am today if it was not for the team that I have with me within TechBlitz, and each and every single one of you that has been with me for this whole experience, right? From when I was at 1,000 subscribers, right? If I'm not mistaken, early 2017, and how we hit over 360,000 subscribers, a year and a half later. For all those that are trying to identify what you are going to do, for your future, test out and see if this is a market that you want to be a part of. Investing in the stock market in general. You guys have to realize that investing in the stock market is not going to be for everyone, but it's never been so accessible, especially in a non-aggressive monetary way. You could start paper trading. You could practice and test everything that you learned and see if it actually works. But it takes discipline to actually implement it correctly. And if it doesn't work for you, then guess what? You took everything that you learned, and it was only time that you lost. But you gained so much knowledge on top of that. And you also were surrounding yourself with people that are motivating you to work towards a better future. So regardless if you actually experience success in the stock market, forget about all the BS between. It just cracks me up how people can be so opinionated about who's better than others, right? It's we're the largest YouTube channel and private trading group for those that invest in the stock market, and I can care less about these other people. It bothers me because so many people are so opinionated in who's better that they try to pick sides. I don't care. If you find success in following another trader, regardless of my relationship with that other individual, I can care less. If you experience success in that was my goal from the very beginning. And that's what I want you guys to know. I need you guys to know that whoever it is that you follow, regardless if this is your first video of you watching me invest in the stock market, you are here to work towards your future and surround yourself with people that uplift you and motivate you. Forget about all the BS and drama that people try to start. Focus on yourself, prove it to yourself so you can provide a better future for yourself and your family and your loved ones. 100%. And no, someone said, did someone fire shots? No, I'm just saying not just in our niche, but there's so much drama in just the social media space, especially with did you guys see that Conor McGregor fight with Conor and Khabib and stuff like that? And people always want to pick sides. Oh, yes, I would do this. People just want to talk. People just want to say what it is that they say. At the end of the day, actions speak louder than words. And I just want to remind you how important it is to surround yourself with people that motivate you and not be so focused on, whose side you're on. Be on the side of what works best for you. If that's someone else, I'm so happy that you found someone that works well for you. And I wish you the best. And if it's myself that you see value in, then I'm so blessed to be in that position where I could provide and continue to provide more value for you. That's all. I know that was much different than what I normally say. And I think Chris Egan said it best. People are dingleberries. And it's just how we're wired, right? We're very opinionated. We're very dramatic, sometimes very emotional. And it's okay. But I just want to be that, hopefully, slap on the face, that friendly reminder that regardless of what market you might experience success in, I hope you know that even if it was just one video, my GTR launch videos that have nothing to do with investing, but if you watch that video and then you watch the video about, when I bought my first house or something like that, and that sparked an interest in something that led to something much greater where then you were able to start a business, that was my goal from the very beginning, and I wish you the best, and I feel like I did my purpose here. So I wish you guys an amazing Sunday. I hope you guys had an amazing time with your friends, with your family. Hopefully you guys learned something new, as that was the challenge for this week. And please, when it comes down to this upcoming week, just focus on growth and understanding what it is that you are doing. And make sure that it makes sense. A lot of us can get lucky from time to time with very aggressive positions that we take. Don't think you have it all figured out. You're never going to stop learning, and you're always going to have to continue to manage your risk and be very cautious of what you continue to do. That's what this market is. But if you do it properly and you have these set precautions and these set, the set list of criteria, it's going to be much easier for you to manage and accommodate that success. Okay, so I want to thank you guys again for your time. Hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. For all those that would like to, again, you don't have to. I have over 1,000 videos, I think over 1,100 videos on YouTube that you can learn from for free. I'm not even the only YouTuber that you can learn when it comes down to invest in the stock market. I'm just one small piece of the pie, right? But if the way that I do things and the way that our community is ran, I truly do think that it can provide a lot of value for you. And we offer two options. Our first option is free. TechBud Solutions, largest private trading community out there. You guys can learn from our YouTube videos, and we offer a free private group chat. That's that third link in the description. Once you get accepted to the Facebook group, you'll have access to this Facebook group, and then on the top pinned post, you'll have access to our group chat. Right? That's option number one. Option number two, if you want to work with me, if you want to be able to watch me trade live every single day and ask me questions in real time, have access to the course for a lifetime, invest 30 seconds, check out that first link in the description, and that's that Learn, Plan, Profit course. You do not have to enroll to be successful in the stock market. You don't have to work with me to actually be successful in the stock market. It's just an option. I work with you on a little bit of a closer basis, and if you feel like working with me would act as a positive catalyst and assist you and be a part of your success, even just surrounding yourself with people that motivate you a little bit more, then I would love that opportunity with you. Not only do I cover invest in the stock market, but something that I think a lot of other people, that a lot of other people. Wow, that was a very weird comment. What a lot of other people don't do is when it comes down to buying and reselling cars, the cars that I have, I buy and resell. I don't just buy them just because people think that I just like showing flashy cars. No, I have a passion for cars. Turning your passion for profit. Again, that's one of the things that I explained very briefly in the Learn, Plan, Profit course, and as well as when it came down to buying my first house at age 20 and the series of best practices and stuff like that. So again, that's that first link in the description. And yeah, that's really just it. So I'm super excited for this week. I really want to keep it as simple as possible. Again, it's much easier said than done. So let's make sure that when it comes to place and before you take that position, that you have and understand the risk that you're taking, right? Before you take that actual position, and that you have it planned out. So some people are asking for more real estate videos. I might have to, right? The last thing that I want to leave you guys with is someone was asking for a discount for the Learn, Plan, Profit course. Again, for anybody that wants a discount, let's do the same discount that we ran on, I think, Wednesday. And it's promo code BOOST. I believe it's $25 off. It's not ticker. Promo code BOOST. So if you click the first link and you want to enroll, then guess what? $25 off if you want to enroll. You don't have to. But yeah, can you make a house tour, please? Yeah. So we're still getting the house furnished, and I'm going to be so excited to actually show you guys the entire house. And then the actual YouTube room. This is my actual room right here, so that's why it looks kind of boring. But once we have the YouTube room set up, trust me, you guys aren't going to want to miss it. So Katie's saying thank you for the discount. Oh, thank you again for tuning in, and thank you guys for your time. I hope you guys know that time in my eyes is one of the most valuable assets in this world, right? Something that you can never get back. And for you guys to every single Sunday be investing so much time, not only to this specific video, but to our community and uplifting others and motivating others and being so supportive and just encouraging, that's what makes us TechBud Solutions. That's what makes us Learn, Plan, Profit. We're not just a Facebook group, we're a community, we're a team. And not everyone understands this, and yes, it's corny, but it's the environment that I like to surround myself in. It's the environment that I surround myself with right here, and we're, definitely good. So, but yeah, thank you guys again for your time. All the links are down in the description. Hopefully we earned your thumbs up. Hopefully you guys subscribed. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy. Happy Sunday.